I'm recording this 14 September, and just a few days ago, there was a very public assassination of a political commentator. And that same day, there was a school shooting. It's not the bloodiest day in American history, and it doesn't have to be the bloodiest day in American history to be traumatic. I hope that we in the United States can find it within ourselves to build a narrative that will help us to deal with what we are doing to ourselves. Coincidentally, the same day that Charlie Kirk was murdered, on a cable news morning show, the subject of homelessness came up, and one of the hosts said that if the mentally ill or drug addicted homeless population won't take help, maybe they should go to jail. And another suggested maybe they should be euthanized. I'm taking this moment to run the risk of being called an alarmist, to acknowledge that that point was made. Because the next time something like that comes up, as the trends indicate, when someone suggests something that grotesque, and I do mean either of those proposals, it's too late. You missed the chance to say something. There are interviews that I've already recorded that I have yet to edit or publish that I think will be a helpful framing for how I want to comment on things like that. But I'd like to point out that the problem of homelessness is not the presence of homeless people. The presence of homeless people is a symptom of the real problems. I think the attempt to attribute to ultimate causes is pretty common in this country with regard to gun violence, because when there is a mass killing, which there is much too often, the response to an attempt to centralize firearms is to say, well, the guns aren't the problem, and the culprit is usually mental illness. And there is rarely, so far as I can tell, any actual solution proposed in response to that ultimate problem. Which leads me to believe that pointing to an ultimate problem in that case is not so much to zoom out and see beyond the proximate cause of the carnage, but is to distract away from any meaningful conversation at all. That's not what I'm doing here. When I say at the end of the episodes, if you get a chance to love someone, you should take it, what I'm saying is, where we see the opportunity with drug addicted or mentally ill people or anyone else who's living on the street, engaging with that person, whether as an individual, local or municipal community, a state or federal, or even globally, engaging with that person, I think, means providing them with what they need. And if what they need is shelter, clothing, water, food, and mental health care, then those are things that we should look to provide. I think what is needed, whether we're talking about homelessness or we're talking about someone who will take a rifle and from a distance attempt to end the life of another person for whatever reason in front of thousands of people, they need help. And we have a responsibility to give it to them. And so with that, I will say, if you get a chance to love someone, please take it. Take care.